Happy days. What's going on, everybody? F Mac here, coming at you from my mother's house out here in the UK. So I hope you're pumped for this hangout, as all of us are really going to be sharing, how we actually dominate it on Facebook, and it's all really stemmed from this simple little strategy that I kind of created about a year ago, and it's resulted in some ridiculous results. And we're actually going to share with you the results in a couple of minutes. So first of all, guys, if you're on this hangout, just comment below the hangout page and let us know who's here. Sid, if you can do me a favour as well, and monitor the comments. Alright, any questions, guys, just let us know. So,
gotcha, bro.
Cool. First of all, just want to share a little bit of our results, alright? Now, like I say, I came up with a strategy, it was about a year ago, and it's a very, I would say, unorthodox approach to Facebook. It's not what many people do, but people were creating ridiculous results. I mean, me personally, I've recruited nearly 1,300 people from free marketing on Facebook in less than a year. In my current company, I've done about $98,000, but in total, including like some little affiliate programs and things, we're probably pushing $120,000, and that's pure profit. I've never paid a dime for paid advertising. All right, so it's pretty impressive. And like I say, we are going to be sharing with you the exact strategy tonight. All right, but I'm going to pass it on to the other members of this panel and let them share with you their results. So let's start with Andrea.
Awesome. I get to start it off. With just Facebook marketing, I've been able to, what you've taught me, Fraser, has been awesome. It has taken my business to, from non-existent, from struggling in my own head, to a clarity, how to find a target market, how to actually talk to people properly about business. And what it has really done is just, gosh, it has kept things alive. It has constant leads coming in. Leads, I don't like to call them leads. They're people that you talk to. And being a stay-at-home mom, I don't get to get out much. So when I am on the computer, that's my socializing for the most part. My youngest is 4 months old, and my oldest is 5. So the things I do get to do don't usually involve talking to adults face-to-face. So it's really nice to be able to cater my Facebook to exactly what I would like my Facebook to be, and I don't have to deal with other annoying kind of posts. You really get to you really get to target exactly what you want your Facebook to be. And once you start doing that and you share what you love, there's no recruiting necessary, because people just see what you do, they love it, and they come to you. And I think that's pretty much the whole premise, and what the whole point of your Facebook strategy was to get people out of the recruiting mindset and to actually just build friendships and show people, hey, you don't have to do everything business, but have fun, live your life, and show people that you can make money doing it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, guys, seriously, what we're going to teach you tonight is it's a weird way of looking at Facebook. It's not recruiting as such. It's just basically getting people coming to you asking for your link. Seriously, that is no BS. That's exactly what the strategy is. And once we show you, you'll be amazed at the simplicity of the strategy. So thanks, Andrea, for sharing that. Pretty powerful. And let's move on to my partner in crime, Mr. Sid Pandit. What up, man?
What's going on? What's going on? I'm not in my office today. Changing up the scene a little bit. I don't know if I like it. I'm going to feel it out this way.
Well, you can see your beautiful face even more when you're sitting there. So
yeah, I don't know if I like the lighting in here, but we'll roll with it today.
Cool. So yeah, man, I mean, you've been around from, well, near enough when I kind of created this strategy. So, I mean, what are your thoughts on it?
Well, for me, I want to touch on a little bit of vision, and we have a whole panel of people that are able to, really truly display what's truly achievable and attainable. And at this point, for at least for myself, being with Fraser and a strategy for a little over a year now, it's only still just the beginning. The key thing to visualize is this: if you can conceptualize the fact that in our industry, and especially in the internet, you're always cultivating and building a list, or at least that's what you're told you're supposed to be doing. They say the money is in the list, and when they say list, it's always talking about email list. And so if you take the concept of an email list and then apply it to Facebook, that's exactly what Fraser Strategy teaches to do, is build your list on Facebook. And it's completely free, which is not as easy to do through email. It's actually very difficult to build, a massively responsive email list for free via just to build an email list is very hard to do that. Whereas via Facebook, it's clearly easy, and it's been done over and over and over again. And the panel is going to get into them and their results and what they've been able to achieve. But if you can conceptualize building an extremely responsive email list for free, right? That's the strategy that we have here, because you can go ahead and build email lists, and they could be responsive, they may not be responsive. They still have to open your emails, so you have to be worrying about what your subject line is and what you're putting in the actual body of the email. And there's a lot to email, and you can be very successful. I'm not ragging on email by any means, but what I'm trying to say is, and trying to paint a picture and help you visualize, is that this strategy is doing the same doing the same thing on Facebook and cutting out all of the, I want to say learning curve. I mean, there's a little bit of a learning curve, and you want to know how to be able to present yourself, and we're going to get into the whole strategy on how to, on your posture on Facebook and how you present yourself. But the whole concept of building a list becomes so much faster, so much easier. The responsiveness of the list is so much better because there's no necessity to open an email, right? And the more people like your stuff, the more it's going to appear on their timeline, and we'll get into it. It's extremely powerful, and I absolutely love it. I'll hand it back to you, Fraser.
Cheers, man. I mean, yeah, guys, seriously, what Sid was talking about there, I mean, looking at Facebook as an email list, I mean, this was something I stumbled across, like, I'd say probably about, 7 or 8 months ago. And ever since I started, like, looking at Facebook the same way as email, my business and my team as well just took off. I mean, I don't know many Facebook marketers that look at Facebook the way I do. I mean, I think I've created an unreal amount of success stories with this strategy, mainly looking at Facebook as email marketing. It's kind of weird, but we'll get into that later on. So, I want to move on to probably one of my rising superstars, the dancing booty queen, Asia.
Hey everybody, this is Asia. Sorry about that. Yes, I love the Fraser McDonald strategy. I kind of put a twist to the Fraser McDonald strategy using my mobile phone because, for most of the time I'm taking care of my baby and I breastfeed her, so I'm on the phone like closing people left and right. So the Fraser McDonald strategy. Okay, baby. Okay. Okay. Sorry, guys. Yeah, let me mute myself.
Right, okay, we'll let Asia handle our little baby right now. Let's move on to Corey. Corey, my man, you've been with me for a very long time. Probably going on, what, about a year and a half now, I would say?
Yeah, I'd say about a year and a half.
I mean, guys, right, I came across Corey when I was in my other company, right, and this man, like, he was seeing, unfortunately, no results. But, I mean, he reached out to me, and there was something about Corey. It was just something different. He had something that not a lot of marketers have. So I kind of took him under my wing, and then it wasn't that long before he started seeing results. I mean, Corey, you want to share a little bit about, what you feel about the strategy and, the kind of success that you've achieved from it?
Right, yeah. So I'm Corey Franklin, everybody, and like Fraser said, I met him, I'm going to say a year and a half now, man. It's been about a year and a half, probably even more.
Yeah.
But I was in a different company, and for a year I was seeing absolutely no results, none whatsoever. I wasn't able to get a single person on my team. And then I reached out to Fraser. I seen what he was doing, and he was getting mass results in the company we were in. And I reached out to him, and I actually just opened my heart, and I asked him, Fraser, can you help me out? And once I got on his team and seeing what he was doing with the Facebook stuff, I was actually able to get 20 plus people on my team within the first few months. It was the most amazing thing that ever happened to me. My life changed that day when I met him, and he got me on his team. That's pretty much all I can say, man. Like, life changed. That was it,
Yeah, man, absolutely. I mean, guys, seriously, it is amazing, like, the amount of people that I come across, and like I try and help them out, but they don't apply what I teach. All right, but I don't know why. It just seems to be human nature that people like they ask for help and then don't do it. But all the people, right? Honestly can't think of one person that's taken what they've learned from me, applied it, and not seen results. I mean, like you say, Corey didn't see any results in the company we were in before, but he reached out to me, you know, and I helped him. I gave him everything. I told him exactly what he needed to do, and it wasn't that long. I mean, how long do you think it was before you got your first sale? It was pretty quick, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I think if it wasn't the first week, it was the second week I was in your team, man. It was just too simple not to get fast results and take action on it.
Yeah. It just goes to show, guys, if you follow successful people, do what successful people teach, you're going to see results. So if you apply what we teach tonight, you know, you're going to see results, period. Because one thing I learned from my mentor, Weldon Long, is you can't do the right things on a consistent basis and accidentally achieve the wrong results. That is a saying that I live by now. Because I knew when I started the strategy that if I reached out to people daily, built relationships and gave value, I was going to see results, period. Yes, it took a long time to get going, but eventually, because I was consistent with it, the results came. So it's amazing, guys. I mean, it really, really is. So moving on, let's move on to the offline closing guru. Sorry, I don't want to call you a guru. That's got a negative connotation to it. Prempeh, what's going on, son?
How's it going, Fraser? What's up, dude?
I'm going good, man. So, I mean, you're probably, I would say, one of the newest members here. I know you've been through a lot of my training. So what do you think about it?
Well, first things first is, like Fraser's saying, I'm an offline kind of guy. I'm always on the phone, and I like to make most of my sales on the phone. The problem with that is when people get into this industry, it's not the fact that people can't close sales that's the problem. What the problem is actually having enough qualified people that are interested in your business, that are ready to do business with you. In other words, finding the appropriate leads. And most of the times, people go out and they just talk to their warm market and absolutely exhaust all their resources. They just spew out everything that they've gotten. The problem is most of these people aren't actually closing these sales because they're talking to all the wrong kinds of prospects and all the wrong kinds of people. Fraser McDonald's strategy, it made my method of marketing a little bit easier because while he does a lot of things on Facebook, it's a great way to target people very specifically. I like to get them on the phone. He likes to talk to them on Facebook. Either way, this is just my twist on it. Asia's got her own twist on it. This is how I go out and I do things. And when I want to go out and look for someone, Fraser really breaks it down in the most simplest detail. And I always looked at Facebook as just something to just, you know, upload pictures on the internet and that's just it. But to actually use it as something that you can use to get leads, it completely blew my mind because as opposed to being on the phone and trying to probe questions and find out if this person will be qualified for my product, you can pre-qualify all of these people long before you ever even get them on the phone or show them your presentation or anything like that. You know that this is someone that you actually want to do business with, and this is someone that you can build a relationship with because this is somebody that resonates on the exact same level that you do, which makes things a lot easier because it's not like you're talking to someone that you have to go out and explain certain things that are completely unnecessary. This is the perfect prospect for you. Once you understand who the appropriate prospect is and the perfect person for your business is, things become a hell of a lot easier. And Fraser has made it so streamlined, so simple that like anybody can do the system. And I'm telling you, when you implement this system today, you should never really have the problem of running out of leads. Closing the sale is a completely different thing, but having the appropriate amounts of people to talk to that are already qualified, that are waiting for you, will never be a problem with this system. And it's a great thing. I love it. You can see from the panel of the people that are on here, I have to speak about the system. It's a phenomenal asset and a phenomenal tool to have. So guys, that's just one of the things you're going to get with ASF. Fraser is a really stand-up guy. He's not going to just leave you hanging. He will make sure that you understand everything to make yourself successful in this industry. So that's all I've got right now. I'm going to hand it back to you, Fraser.
I appreciate that, man. I really do. But yeah, guys, what Prempeh was saying there just made me think about something. With my strategy as well, I mean, I mainly use it just for, you know, prospecting on Facebook, but you can take it and actually take it offline. I mean, that's what I know Prempeh's doing that right now. So, you know, maybe you're on here right now and you've got an offline business. You can use what we're going to show you to see results in your offline business as well, which is kind of cool. All right, so let's see if we can move. Asia, are you able to talk, or is the little one still going crazy?
Yeah, I can talk right now. So yeah, when I did the Fraser McDonald strategy, my team grew to over 500 people. Of course, one of the person that was responsible for my team growing so fast were my leaders, Peter Chong, Rosie Cachola, Steve Lawson's, Andrea. There were several leaders in my team. so many of them. I can't remember all their names now. But it's because you know, I was mentored to do the network marketing, keep it simple, silly, offline. So when I saw Fraser's strategy, I just applied it, keep it silly, simple strategy, and follow exactly what Fraser say. I don't know why when I tell my team members, go follow exactly what Fraser say, I don't understand why they can't see what I see, because it's so simple. You know, and I did my own twist with it because I use my mobile phone, and it helps me to compress time.
Yeah, for sure. Like, guys, seriously, like, there's a lot of people on my team that do follow this strategy, but Asia's probably the one that just follows it to the T. And I mean, like she's saying, I mean, she's, you know, got a team of over 500 people now just from following this exact strategy, you know, putting her own twist on it using mobile. Which we can talk about later on. But moving on, last but not least, someone I'm very proud of right now, Mr. Victor. What's going on, man?
Hey, Fraser, how you doing, buddy?
Awesome, man. Seriously, guys, I just want to tell you a quick story. Victor's been with me for a while, all right, and you know, he hustles and he hustles and he hustles. And in our company right now, we've got this like event going on next month. It's called the Instant Celebrity Mastermind. And Victor just went all out and paid $10K to get in this, and I'm just, dude, seriously, I'm uber stoked for you right now. I really, really am, because it's going to change your life. It really is. Do you want to touch on that for a little minute? I mean, like, why you did it? I mean, was it anything to do with me or the company or what?
Well, the whole thing, because I've been to, you know, I've been to a couple of company events, and you know, having met you and Asia and all the other people on our team, and also our co-founders, Mark Hovison, Vince Cheka Jr., and Clifton Hatfield, I realized how much these people care about the company. They really want everyone to succeed. These are, you know, some of the most sincere people I've ever met. You know, I've never met such a group of people that really want to help everyone to succeed. And you know, when offered this opportunity to be a part of this Instant Celebrity Mastermind, I just went for it, because not only is it, I think, a great opportunity for me, but I'm excited about the people I'm with, and to make a difference, to give value, to contribute, to help, you know, help people out. I'm very excited about that. You know, I can't wait.
I'm stoked for you, man. I'm looking forward to seeing you the end of next month. It's going to be good.
Same here, bro.
But anyways, back to the topic. I mean, what do you think of my strategy? I know you've seen some pretty decent results with it, so don't mind sharing.
Sure. I mean, what I like about it is the fact that, you know, in other strategies, you have to think recruit, and when you have to do that, it puts a lot of pressure on you. Whereas with your strategy, you think more about building relationships, building friendships. You know, you don't think about giving them your link. You just focus on trying to get to know the person better. You develop that friendship, and then, you know, ultimately, if everything goes well, then they come for you later on to ask for your link. And if you know, to me, I find it allows me to be more myself, and I feel less pressure. And when you're confident and when you're relaxed, you tend to do a lot better in business. When you're pressured, you tend to mess up. So I like the fact that it allows me to be myself. It allows me to build a lot of relationships, and you know, I like the fact that, you know, as you're building these relationships, people come to you asking you for your business, for your link, instead of you trying to go after them.
Exactly. All right, so guys, I really appreciate all the comments there. That's awesome. So now it's time to actually dive into this. All right. Now, just give me 2 seconds while I share my screen. Guys, just let me know when you can see it. See my screen? Yeah? No?
You're good, bro.
Good. Happy days. All right. Now, before we get into this, I need to stress one thing. Okay? This does not happen overnight. It does take work, all right, but I mean, you're looking at, if you take consistent action, what we share with you tonight, you're looking at maybe, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks, all right, and then you'll start seeing decent results. And another thing, this starts with mindset, okay? You cannot approach Facebook in the manner of, how am I going to bring this person into my business? How am I going to go about recruiting people? I tell you right now, if you think like that, you will not see results on Facebook, period. Or you might, but it'll be minimal. You need to get in the mindset of, how can I bring value to Facebook? That's what you need to do, because unfortunately on Facebook these days, everybody is just pitching a business left, right, and center. Join me, you know, pay $1, make $1 million in a week, right? All that kind of market. All right. Now, sadly, that does not happen. Okay, so you need to stick out. You need to do something different, and when you do something different, people watch you, they keep your eyes on you, and eventually they join you. Okay, So we're going to really cover all the steps. I mean, I'm going to cover the foundation of the strategy, and then we're going to pass it on to the other members of the panel, and they're going to talk about the other parts, all right? So the first part is your profile setup, and it only really comes down to two things. It's your profile photo and your cover photo, right? Because what you need to, if you look at your profile now, your Facebook profile, and you need to ask yourself these questions. It's like, is this person a leader? Does this person provide value? Is this person someone I want to work with? Right? You need to get inside the head of your prospects. Like, you need to get inside your prospect head and think about what they're going to think when they look at your profile. All right? Because in this business now, people are looking to work with people that can help them achieve their goals. You know, help them achieve whatever it is they're looking for. Right? If your profile is just, you know, it's got, say your profile photo, for example, is just pictures of, I don't know, money, or it's got like big flashy cars, and then your cover photo is saying, you know, make millions, or, you know, something along them lines. You're probably not what I'm talking about. You've seen people, them kind of profiles. That ain't going to get you anywhere, right? Because you need to understand something. Facebook is a social networking site. That's what a lot of network marketers seem to forget. Right? Facebook is not the place you really want to come and build your business. Right? That's what you got a blog for. That's what you got like YouTube for and all that kind of stuff, right? But Facebook, no. It's a place where you come and you just talk like about you, right? Your lifestyle, what you've got going on, right? Because people really don't give a damn about what business you're in. Right? I know that might sound a little bit weird, a little bit Oprah, but they really don't. People want to work with people. Okay, so this is why on your profile you need to be branding you. And you need to make it as attractive as possible. So as you can see here, this is me. I did live in Thailand. I've had a couple of visa problems, so I might not be heading back. I might be moving to Mexico, but that's a story for a different day. This is me when I was out of the Similjan Islands in Thailand, and this is me at a 5-star resort on Koh Chang Island next door to Cambodia. All right, now when you land on this profile right now, you're looking at it now. I mean, what are you like? Do I look like a leader? Yes. Do I look like, you know, an authority, someone that kind of knows what I'm talking about? Yes. All right, it's not, you know, me flashing, you know, $10,000 in cash, because that just, it's ridiculous. You'll attract the wrong kind of people if you do that. If you look at all the leaders, all right, network marketing, you know, Mark Hoverson, Vincent Ortega Jr., you know, like, you know, whoever it may be, right, they all brand themselves. You never see these guys standing behind a company, all right? You look at successful people and you mirror what they do, period. That's all you have to do, okay? So if you look at your profile now and it's all, you know, you haven't even got a cover photo, or your profile picture is not of you, got to change that right now, all right? It needs to be of you, and it needs to convey leadership. You need to show authority. You need to show that you like living a lifestyle. Now, this doesn't mean that you need to be like living in paradise. It could just be you, you know, say you're out in a field or something and someone just take a photo of you, right? Just showing you that you actually live, that you're not like, you know, stuck indoors all the time, all right? Because that's another thing. This is kind of going off topic. For video marketing, right, quick tip for you. Don't do videos all the time indoor. Go outdoors and do them, right? Much better. Anyways, besides the point. Yeah, make sure you're conveying leadership on your profile pictures, right? If you want, all right, you can message me or anyone else on this panel and get them to look at your profile, right? And they can give you feedback and give you tips on how to make it better, all right? Because, you know, we're happy to do that, because that's what we're all about, helping people out, okay? Now, that's all you really need to worry about setting up your profile, is it just got to look attractive, right? Set it up how you think it looks good, and then ask yourself those questions that I stated earlier. All right, and if you answer yes to all of them, happy days, you're ready to go. If you answered no to any one of them, sort it out, okay? Because this needs to be done right if you want to get people coming to you asking for your link, right? It's, like I say, this is the foundation, okay? So before we move on, guys, is there anything you want to add into that before we move on to how to actually find these laser-targeted prospects? Anybody? Guys, maybe you need to unmute yourself.
No, we're good, man. Everybody's saying no.
Happy
You
day.
nailed it, bro.
Thank you, Chief. All right, so what we move on to now is, you know, where the strategy really starts taking place, and it's really where to find your prospects. All right, so who on this amazingly awesome panel would like to cover this part? Prempeh, Corey, Asia, Andrea, maybe?
I'll cover that. I'll cover it.
Happy days, man. You know what, share your screen, eh?
Alright, hang on for a second.
And I'll chip in at some points if I feel I need to, but I probably won't.
Whoops, where are we?
I like to chip in too later. I got lots of gold mines.
You sure do, darling.
All right, let me know when you guys can see my screen.
Yeah, we're good, man.
All right, cool. So basically, one of the great things about this strategy is I like to go out and look for people that have the same interests as me. And one of the first few things I look for is I look for people that are already qualified, people that already understand the business, that already understand network marketing, people that are already business minded, that don't need to be that don't need to have their hands held, people that already have a concept of this. So what I like to do is I like to find people that are friends with my other friends. Like I already have network marketing friends, so chances are the other people that they're going to be friends with are also network marketers, or they're somewhere involved in the entrepreneurial field. So what I would do is I would type in friends of my friends and I would put anything in there, like let's say friends of my friends that like Amway, for example. This is nothing against Amway at all. I'm just choosing it because it just happened to be the first company that came to mind. Now, the first thing you're going to notice is just about everybody that's showing up in here, they're displaying their personalities a lot more. For example, you can see this person here, even though she's not an Amway, it seems that she's involved in Wake Up Now. All the people that are here, they like the company, they're affiliated with the company, or they just know something about the network marketing industry that'll make them the type of person that you're interested in. For example, if you were trying to get a very specific person, like me, for example, I like to work with people that are within my age range, people that are, I even go as far as looking for people that are interested in the same music as I am, because if I talk with certain people, I want to be able to work with a team that effectively understands me, and I'm able to understand them. So we're both on the same playing field, as opposed to just being someone that I can't relate to, like someone who's older than me or something. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just my personal preference. So like, let's say we were looking for stay-at-home mothers, for example. What I would do is I'd go into the gender area, choose females, and you'll see that as we go through this, the list is going to narrow down more and more and more. And I would look for, mothers that are married. You know what I mean? So now we're getting a little bit closer. We're starting to see the pictures change. People that are in marriage, they're in marriages, they're involved in marketing in some way. And I would go as far as selecting a specific age range to deal with. So if I were to work with someone between the ages of 18 to 32, that's usually the type of range that I would go for. So what I do is I scroll down to, where are we? Where's the age selection? I'm trying to find that. Can you guys still hear me? I can't hear anything. Just checking. All right, good. You guys still there? All right. Where can I find this? All right. For lack of that, as you can see, you can still get pretty detailed as to whatever it is that you want. Like, you can target people specifically by the things that they like. Like, if we wanted to find people that like Robert Kiyosaki, for example, the list narrows down a little bit more. I'm going to get rid of the married thing, because it seems like I'm only showing up with 2 different people that like Amway, that like Robert Kiyosaki at the same time. So let's get rid of that. And we want to broaden this list a little bit more. Current employer. Okay, these are people that are working at Amway. Let's change that to something else. Let's say Wake Up Now. Okay, so we've got more than 100 females that are currently employed in Wake Up Now. Whether they are still working inside of Wake Up Now or they've been formally affiliated, you can find that information directly from their page, and you can narrow this down as much as you possibly want. You can narrow it down to the languages that these people speak. For example, if you're talking a totally different language and you want to find someone that agrees with your language, you can go in there and choose that. You can choose their age range. Here it is. This is what I was looking for. If I wanted to find people between the ages of, I go to other, let's say between the ages of 18 to, say, 35. Okay? And the list, whoops, let me go back. I don't think I did that right. Age range.
Guys, I mean, just while Prempeh is doing that, I mean, you can see right now how targeted you could actually get with this. I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, seriously, when I first came across Graph Search, because this is what this is called, I was blown away by the potential of it. I mean, say, for those of you out there that want to build an offline business, right? You could target people in cities that are a specific age range that have attended a certain college. It's unreal. You just need to really grasp the power.
Exactly.
It's insane.
Just a hypothetical example. Let's say you're going to college right now, and you're a college student, you're watching this right now, and you want to find a way to get, mass influence with your business or whatever. If you could find somebody, like let's say the local fraternity or a very popular fraternity, you can go in here, type in a specific college someone's with, look for if they have a like or an interest in that specific fraternity that they're going to be in, which is more likely than not, and someone that likes these specific things that you're putting in, people that like Robert Kiyosaki, people that like, Tony Robbins, Mark Hoverson, Jonathan Budd, all these people that are big names in network marketing, the people that know these kinds of people and are aware of the lifestyles of these different people are more likely to be business-minded and going to be more likely to be easier people that you can communicate with, people that are on the same playing field with you. They both understand network marketing. There's no point trying to explain to them the inner workings of it all. They already understand this kind of stuff. They're looking to invest, and they're looking for people just like you to come their way and show them a different opportunity or show them a better way to make some extra income on the internet. And that's your job, to come in there. The more targeted you make this, the more personalized it is to you, and the easier it will become when you bring down whatever business you're trying to show them. Yeah, you can even choose, like let's say you wanted to find people that are alumni or freshmen, brand new people, someone who just got into school, show them a new opportunity or whatever. Now this is if you're local and you're going to school, so the results are absolutely endless. If you're a veteran like myself, I'm a United States Air Force veteran, I like to also target other veterans, other people that have been in the Air Force, the Royal Air Force, different militaries, and people that are transitioning outside of the military, people who are already outside of the military and are looking for something totally different that they could do. I would go out and I would find these specific people. Hey, man, I see that you're a veteran. I'm a veteran as well, too. So what are you doing on the outside? Start a conversation from there and then move it to the offline. The results that you can do with this are absolutely limitless. And it all depends on how targeted you want to get it and how specific you want to become. The more specific, the better. So, anybody else want to take away from here?
Honestly, man, just for you going over that again, I mean, it just blows me away every time looking at Graph Search. I mean, the potential is just insane. I mean, if you're watching this right now and not getting excited, there's something seriously wrong. All right? And you need to understand as well who your target market actually is. I mean, I made the mistake before of going after everybody. All right? Bad thing to do. You need to really identify, who are the people that you want to work with. I mean, me, for example, I like working with people my age who are from America. That's just the way I like to do things, because over the past year I've been doing it, I just seem to relate and talk to people easier that are my age and they're from the States. Right? That's just the way it works. All right. So yeah, that's all I wanted to add there. I mean, anybody else before we move on? No. Cool. Now, just one thing. I want to give you guys a quick little tip here. I'm just going to share my screen. I want to show you where you can find an unreal amount of highly targeted leads who are, because the one thing you don't want to do is attracting low-level people into your business. Right? That's just not one thing you want to do. I mean, I would rather attract 10 serious action takers over 1,000 people who do absolutely nothing. All right, good enough. I've recruited nearly 1,300 action takers, which is pretty damn awesome. All right, so what I want to do, the best place to find the best kinds of people is targeting the fan pages of the most influential people in this industry. I mean, this is one strategy I do, quite a lot, all right? And it's mainly people like, Anthony Robbins or Jim Rohn or Eric Worre, all them kind of people, right? So what you do is you just type their name up here, right? So let's do Anthony Robbins. You can see my screen, right, guys? Hopefully. Yep, cool. All right, so here we are on Anthony Robbins' fan page. Now, chances are, you're not going to get many, spammers or scammers or whatever you want to call them, following Tony Robbins. It's just not going to happen. All right. So if you come down and see Tony Robbins, did this post 13 hours ago, and you scroll down here, it's like, damn, 3,000 people like this. See if you click this hyperlink here, right? It's top of the line stuff coming at you right now. Come on, load up. But basically, you've just got 3,000 highly targeted leads by clicking a button about 3 times. And all you need to do is reach out and start connecting with these people. I mean, guys, seriously, it's nuts. I mean, I'm not being funny. The amount of people and like highly targeted leads you can get from Facebook just by targeting like fan pages is unbelievable because there's so many leaders in this industry. I mean, for those of you on the panel, I mean, who's done this strategy before? I mean, Asia, I've got a funny feeling you've probably done this. Anyone else?
I'm telling you, this.
Yeah, this does work wonders, guys. I mean, I would say a lot of people that I've like sponsored, it came from this strategy alone, just targeting fan pages. All right, because like I say, you want to attract high level people into your organization. All right, because one thing I did do before was targeting Facebook groups, but you know, all the people on this hangout, you know, you're not daft. All right, it's mainly spammers and that hang out in Facebook groups. All right, and that's just the way it is. But you don't get them kind of people following, you know, leaders in this industry, or just, you know, high level people in whatever, you know, could be health or whatever, and you can always go and target them. So it is pretty damn cool. Now, just one thing that I wanted to touch on quickly. This, right, if your Facebook looks anything different from what this is, you're probably still on the old Graph Search, or the old Facebook, I don't even know what it's called, right? So for this strategy to work, you need Graph Search. Now this is for mainly people in, I think it's Europe actually in general, as you're probably still on the old Facebook. So what you need to do to get Graph Search, if you come down to settings, right, I just want to cover this before we move on. All you need to do is change your language from whatever it is now, chances are it might be English UK, and just change it to English US, and you will automatically have Graph Search. Okay, so if you're not on Graph Search, go and do that, you know, as soon as possible. Okay, so I think we shall move on to actually reaching out to these people. Okay, now there's a lot of people that seem to think that there is a certain way to, you know, send messages or reach out to these people. There's a lot of people think I've got this like magical script that I use, when I really don't. All right, I target the people I want to go after, and I send them, you know, a personalized message, which is still copy paste, right? But we'll touch on that later. So let me scroll down to, let me have a little look here. Let's try and look for one that I sent earlier. Let me have a look. Right, hang on. See if I can find one in here. I'll find one. Right. I don't usually share my messages with people. I am not joking you right now. This is what I send to people to recruit or to sponsor. You know, recruits, you know, it sounds too military. That's it, right there. And then from there, right, take this in right now. This is, I'm being deadly serious. You just build a relationship. It is not difficult. There's so many people overcomplicate this process. They think there's a specific script. There are certain things you need to say. Trust me, there's not. All right. I mean, the way I talk about Facebook to a lot of people is you look at Facebook, you talk to people on Facebook like you talk to people in real life. Basically, what does that mean? When you talk to people in real life, are you planning out the best thing to say? I mean, do you like you go meet your mate in the street, and you know they say something, and you go away for 10 minutes and you go and think about what is the best possible response? No, of course you don't do that. You just say what comes from your heart, don't you? Right away. You don't, you know, go away and think like, oh, how am I going to respond best? So I'll get the best response from him after. You don't do that. You just let it come from the heart. You don't think about it. You just say what comes into your heart, your mind right away, and you just let the conversation go from there. It's not a difficult process. I'm not trying to sound big-headed here. I don't think there's anyone that has recruited as many people as I have from Facebook. All right, so I really want you to listen to me right now, because this stuff works. Thousands of people have seen ridiculous results from this strategy that I'm sharing with you right now. I really want you to take this in and start applying it as soon as possible, because you're going to see results, guaranteed, as long as you take consistent action. All right, so I mean, you can even write this down. Whatever you do not copy paste it. I know there's going to be some nuggets on here that will probably do it anyway, right? It's the worst thing you can do, because why? Because it's not you, right? This is going to sound a bit weird, but people can tell you're not being yourself over Facebook. All right, you need to be putting your own personality into your Facebook messages and the way you respond to people, the way you chat to people. Right? I don't know what it is, but humans are just like so clever in some aspects. All right, so make sure you're completely personalizing the message when you're sending it. All right, make sure it has you in it. You know, your words, the words that you use on a daily basis. All right, and the conversation will just flow easier.
Fraser,
okay?
Can I touch on that just a little bit before you go further?
Of course.
All right. Another thing, like he's saying, is like, yeah, use your own words. When you go out and you say you say something that sounds like someone else would say, like people can obviously tell that what you're doing is just copy and paste. Not only does it look robotic, but it's pretty it's unprofessional. And what I've noticed, and I'm gonna admit, when I first started doing this strategy, I did the copy and paste thing, and people can see right through that. Sometimes when you send a message on Facebook and it just says seen, you can tell somebody read your information, or they read what you sent them, but they're not interested enough to come and speak back to you because you just sound like a robot right now. You don't sound like a real person. People get onto social networks because they want to engage with other people. If you feel like you're at a loss for words and you've got writer's block, you don't know exactly what to talk about, it's the same thing as if you're out in the street and you go and you see somebody. You see somebody, oh, they've got a really cool dress, go compliment about the dress and start a conversation from there. Or if you want to know more about that person, they have a wealth of information. Like, you go right on their timeline, you can see what they're all about, see if they've got a website, see what they've been up to recently, see some of the things that they're posting, see if they got pictures, if they've got family, if they've got things that you can bring into the conversation. Like, actually communicate, build a relationship. That's all that this is about. You can't go out there and sound like a robot and just expect people to come flocking your way. And this isn't a strategy where you just copy and paste it to thousands of different people, because what's going to end up happening is people that have been bombarded by tons of people on the internet that don't know what they're doing, that are quickly sending large amounts of copy and links to get people to sign up with their business. They're not going to take the time and read what it is that you have to offer, especially if what you're talking about isn't personalized. So just take a small amount of time, just look through the website, breeze a little bit about it, breeze a little bit through it, and gather some information that you can use for conversation. If you meet somebody on the street, you use some of the things in your surroundings conversation, use what they have to offer as well too. So I just wanted to touch on that real quick.
Awesome, man. Bring in the wisdom as usual.
Can I add in on that one?
Of course. Just chip in, guys. Go fire away.
Another thing to remember, going right off what Prempeh was talking about, is remember what Fraser opened up with. This is not a strategy where you're going into a conversation with somebody thinking, I'm going to close this person into my business, right? You want to build a relationship with people. People join people, not robots. Okay? So you can't be copy-pasting it. If you're copy-pasting it, and even if you are copy-pasting it, you're going to risk it yourself moving too quickly and then getting thrown in Facebook jail, which is not fun. You can ask anyone on this panel. I bet all of us at some point might have been in Facebook jail. Take it from us. It's not a good thing to be in, and just don't do it. And just be fun and just be yourself and be personable, because that's what people want.
It's like the real deal, except in digital. Going to Facebook jail.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, guys, there is one kind of copy-paste method to this, and it is sending the initial message, but it's still personalized to the person. You probably experience this yourself when you get a message from someone and it goes along the lines of, "Hey, Sid, for example, I see you're an entrepreneur. Let's network." That is robotic, right? Anybody can send that, right? But the good thing is, lame. Yep. When you get in touch with,
I know how to reverse engineer them. I will reverse engineer people like those.
Can I jump on for a second before you go too far, Fraser?
Of course you can.
Okay. What I wanted to talk about how much you can actually manipulate graph search for exactly who you want to talk to. Like everybody has said, that not only how I do it is I find the people I want to talk to, and I actually look at the groups that they're in. And I engage in those groups to see if I actually really like that person, because a lot of the time their profiles are one way, and then how they act in groups is another way. I have very little time to dedicate to one person. So when I talk to somebody, they better be right. And I look through their profile to see, what their interests are, like everybody else was saying. Even if it's something that I'm not interested in, if they have a really cool picture, I'm going to just type in, "Wow, what a cool picture," and start that conversation like everybody else was saying. Because I don't just give out my link lightly. That link to me is like a gold brick. And you do not get my link until I know that I want a vacation with you. Because I'm going to free you, and you're going to be the one that's traveling with me. So that's how I think about it, and I don't send my link out very often. But I build a lot of relationships, and when I do, it's somebody asking me for it. So that's one of the ways that I really specifically target. I get to see how they act, how they are. I'm a at-home mom. I'm on my cell phone as much as I can, because that's where I get my socializing in. And so I do get to see how people interact and react, and yeah, I join the groups of the people that I'm targeting as well. And then they see that I'm a real person, I'm not a robot, and the relationship flows a little simpler.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, guys, Andrea touched on quite a good point there. Yeah, with, you know, being like, not being like picky in any way, but, you know, it's better to, you know, recruit people that are going to stay with you. I mean, this game is not all about recruiting as many people as you can. If you can't retain them people, you're going to keep replacing them and replacing them and replacing them. It's better to attract the right people that are going to stick with you for a lifetime. That's where the real, you know, 7-8 figure business comes in. If you bring people in and you can't retain them, you're never going to be successful. Period. I've been there, experienced it. It's not a nice place to be, because I was just like, when I first started, I was like recruit all the time. I didn't really focus on retaining people or being like, I mean, not picky and such, but just like, try to think the best way to explain it. So like kind of choosing who I wanted to work with, right? Because I wanted to work with leaders, people who will stick with me for a lifetime. All the people that are on this panel are going to be working, you know, with myself and ASF, you know, forever. Because this is the kind of people that I attract into my organization, and the people on this panel attract, you know, the kind of people they want. All right, so don't just focus on recruiting, you know, focus on bringing in the right people. Okay, so anyone want to add to that before we move on?
Yeah, I like to look at that profile. So what I do is I like to read people's mindset. So if you're a newbie and you're watching this hangout, what you want to know is that when you're targeting, when we use the word target, you know, a lot of people tend to say, oh, you're targeting me, but I would say you're serving that person, right? So if I'm targeting somebody because I know that I have value to give to that person, so I know that I can serve them. So what I would do if you are a newbie and you're watching this, what I would really recommend is that you work on your mindset. Then what you want to do is you want to read their profile. So you can check people's mindset just by looking at that profile. If they are a little bit lower level than you, then those are the people you want to connect with. And then, so when I see profiles, I look at it whether they're leaders or whether they're newbies. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you're working with, you know, I have a lot of team members that are new, so I always tell them to just target somebody who is a little bit lower than them so they can work together, and then I can, do you understand what I'm saying? It's like you have to look at the mindset of the profile of the person that you're targeting.
Absolutely. Well said, boss. Well said. All right, so I think we're good. So basically, what I'm going to do now is just give you like a basic example of how you go about the messaging. All right, so say, you know, you found your target market, you found who you want to message, but all you do is, you know, you highlight over the name, you hit message, you paste in the message, bunch of loads, bam. Oh, you know, and another tip for you, right? Spread the message out. All right, because, you know, if it's all bunched up, it's difficult to read. Okay. Now, like I think it was Asia was saying this, or Andrea saying something like, "Oh, you know, that's a nice profile picture." You can easily add that in. All right. So I could do straight away. Personalized. All right. This is not robotic in any way, shape, or form. All right. Because when you get specific about who you're targeting, I mean, you could say something like, "Hey, you know, what your name is. What's going on? I see you're an entrepreneur, you know, same here. I also noticed that you're involved in Wake Up Now." Straight away, it's personalized to them, because you're telling them, you know, you found them because you're searching for entrepreneurs involved in Wake Up Now. All right, so it is copy paste, all right, but it's personalized, right, which is kind of cool. But make sure that you're not doing it in a robotic way. Make sure you're still personalize it to that target market that you're going after. All right, so you send that message, and then you go down to the next one, and you message them. Make sure you change the name. And you go and you send that message. You go down to the next one. Bam! Happy days. That is it. You don't need to do anything else. And then when you start getting, yeah, on you go.
No, I was gonna say, can you bring up that message again? Because like when Fraser's saying like that, this is a copy and paste method. I think more so what he's trying to explain is that this isn't a message that you should use as like a very static guideline to just hand out to people. Like it's much more than that. It's like instead look at this more so as a template that you could use. Like at the very beginning, you know, you want to introduce the person, be personal, like get personal with it. You know, you don't want to just sound like a hey, this is whatever, and just say hey every single time. Like address people by their name. That catches people's attention. It shows that you're actually paying attention to who they are and them as a person. You know, in the first part of the message, I like to write something inquiring as to why. You know, I'm even sending them a message in the first place. In this example, you know, I just noticed that this person's an entrepreneur, or you're involved in Wake Up Now, or you're a military veteran, or, you know, or I see you have kids, or you're a stay-at-home mom, or whatever. Like, you know, find a way to open up into the conversation, and you'll find more of that as you dig into their page and find a little bit more about them. You know, the next thing yeah, exactly. You want to break the ice. You know, the next thing you want to do as well is you want to explain a little bit about yourself, but you don't want to brag and you don't want to go off on a tangent about everything that you're doing. This isn't about you. It's just about them. They don't know who you are, so give them a brief little introduction of you know, what you're about, and, you know, bring it right back onto them. You know, the final closing statements is, you know, you can either throw in a compliment like I like your picture, or the thing that you put up the other day, it's a great video, whatever. Anyways, you know, I'm all about making connections, which is true, which is the reason why you're reaching out to the person or you're talking to them in the first place, you know. And one of the most key things here that I think Fraser forgot to mention as well is you can't just write a message and say, hey, anyway, man, I'm about, you know, building relationships on Facebook, and just leave it at that. The conversation will die. There's no engagement there. There's no reason for that person to come and get back to you. Whenever you finish these messages, you want to make sure that there's a question at the end, a question that's intriguing and something that will start a conversation. It doesn't have to be something big or anything crazy like that. Just ask a question that will be able to push the conversation along so that you can find a little bit more information into about the person. You don't want to go immediately into the close and start pitching your business and all kinds of nonsense. They didn't ask for that. They didn't want that information. Find more about them. They'll tell you more about them, and then when you got the information, then the conversation will transition in a completely different way. All right, so make sure that whenever you finish this, that you have a question at the end. So you can carry on.
Yeah, I just want to. Can I add something there?
Of course.
Yeah, no, that's a very good point Prempeh just made. I mean, you need to keep asking questions, because if you don't, there's a chance they'll just stop, reaching out to you. And you got to focus on them, because there's a saying, people don't care about how much you know until they know how much you care. So you have to show that you're really interested in building a relationship about them, about wanting to get to know who they are. Because if they just say you're trying to recruit them, you're going to lose them.
Exactly.
So you got to keep asking questions about, find out what they like, find out about their family, their interests, and then you can find a lot of info from their profile. And what you don't know from the profile, you just keep asking. So keep asking the question, because the person who asks the question is in charge of the conversation.
Indeed.
Well said, man. I love that saying. I really do. But yeah, guys, every single message that you send to whoever it may be that you message, end it with a question. If you don't end it with a question, you're giving the person absolutely no reason to respond. All right, it is simple, right? But make sure you're doing it. Now, there was one thing. I think it was Jay commented on the Hangout page. You don't need to worry when you're sending a message if it goes to the other folder. All right, I've been asked this probably about 1,000 times now. All right, because one thing I found, network marketers check the other folder. Right, you don't need to worry about it. The chances are people will see it if you're sending it to people who, like Tony Robbins or, whatever, because you do check the other folder. So don't worry about it. It is irrelevant. Okay? Now, with sending the messages, you want to be doing, you can do about 15 an hour. All right? And you can do it for, however many hours that you want. Or you can do about 100, but you need to space it out in the space of an hour. Right? But you can't do 100 in like 10 minutes, because you'll go under Facebook's radar and they'll shut you down quicker than thunder or whatever. So spread it out over an hour. All right, and that way you'll stay under Facebook's radar. All right, but don't do, like, say you do 100 one day, and then 100 the next day, and 100 the next day, and 100 the next day. What you want to do is send 100 messages one day. You follow up with those people that respond to you the next day. The next day, you send 100 again. The next day you follow up, right? And your inbox will start going crazy. So when it starts, you're getting like, an average. I mean, I was getting like 100, 150 messages a day. Obviously, stop messaging people. All right, and then follow up with the people that have already messaged you back. I mean, seriously, see, when you look at Facebook, right, it is common sense. It is not difficult. I mean, I'm not being funny. If this 23-year-old Scottish kid who loves playing basketball, who loves hip-hop, can, sponsor people on Facebook without hard closing anybody can do this. Anybody. I don't care what your skill level is, what your background is, where you come from, whatever. You can do this. It's not hard. It is the easiest way to sponsor people into your business. Period. Am I right, guys? Or am I right?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Happy today.
Absolutely.
All right. So basically, yeah, that's the messaging side. It's not complicated. You know, really identify who your target market is, and then go from there. All right. So, have we got any questions, or are we good?
Yeah, like Victor said, you know, the moment you think about recruiting somebody, you've already lost. So don't think about recruiting them. Think about just building a relationship and getting to know them for real. So be genuine.
Yeah. Just be, guys, seriously, just be interested in people, because people love talking about themselves. I absolutely love talking about what I've got going on. All right, so when you're talking to people on Facebook, keep the conversation about them, and the conversation will just keep on flowing. All right, now, top tip for you. Say, what you really want to be doing is building, you do want to be building your email list, all right? Now, there's one thing that I did, and I was actually inspired by one of my teammates, one of my top recruiters actually, Ben Martin. Right, he came up with an idea of like creating a PDF on, you know, whatever strategy it was. I mean, he did one on Facebook and I did one. So when you're speaking to people on Facebook, right, the conversation's been flowing for a while, and you know, you start identifying what they've been struggling with. You could like say something along the lines of, hey, well, I've got this, you know, for me, for example, this Facebook PDF that I put together where I share how I earned over $100,000 in 10 months and recruited over 1,000 people. All right, people are not going to say no to that. All right, and what that does, and people opt in and see the value that you're giving to them, they will keep their eyes on you. All right, some of these people might join right away. Some of these people might watch you for months before they make a decision to join you. But if you give people like massive value, and like I would say like the first 30 minutes of speaking to them, eventually they will join you. So creating a PDF around a strategy that may say that you know a lot about, or even just a little bit, or you can put a PDF together and offer that to people as value. You're building your email list, you're helping this person out, because that's what your intention has to be. If you want to sponsor people from Facebook with ease, is helping the person out. You need to help the person get results in their business first. That's exactly what we are doing here. Right now, we are giving value to help you recruit into your business. You see, this is not difficult. Just give, 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 give. And eventually, they'll just come to you asking for your link to join. The good thing about it, a lot of people will join you and they won't have a Scooby as to what business you're in. They don't care about the price point, nothing. They just want to work with you because you've gave them so much value. All right, and that's what we're going to get into now. All right, is the actual, like, how do you take people from, you know, say the people that are watching your profile, how do you actually get them to message you, you know, asking for your link, right? And this is the most exciting part of the strategy, right? And it all comes down to Facebook posts, all right? And, you know, one of the things you don't want to do is you're posting, hey, I made 25 bucks, I made my first $1,000 sale, whatever. Nobody cares about what you make. Nobody. All right, it's the worst thing to post on Facebook. I mean, obviously, I'm telling you what I've made because, you know, you want to learn from a credible source who's had decent results, right? But on Facebook, you know, you want to be posting, when it comes to results, you want to be posting your, actually, I'm going to, so you can see my face again. Where are we? Right, there we go. You want to be posting, you know, results of what your team is making, for example, or just posting about your team in general. So if you scroll down, bam, bam. Actually, we'll cover this first. Right, let's cover the actual main kind of Facebook post, right? Comes down to, how many is it? It's only, I think it's like 3. It's like the success of your team, lifestyle, and training. These are the 3 kind of posts you only want to be doing on Facebook. Do not post on Facebook if it's not bringing any value. It is pointless. If you're posting negative stuff, guess what's going to happen? Nothing. You ain't going to recruit anybody. Because no one wants to be around negative energy. People want to be around positive people, inspirational people, people that can help them get results. All right, so this, for example, is an inspiring post. All right, I'm telling people, you know, like most people are surviving, right? They're not actually living their life. All right, so I'm basically like including my story into this post and basically inspiring people to tell them that it is possible. All right, and this is me with my dad when I treated him to 2 weeks out in Thailand, just, you know, living the laptop lifestyle. All right, this stuff makes people, it inspires people to take action. My intention behind this post is not to recruit people; it's to inspire people to take action to get results. Right, your intention on Facebook cannot be recruiting. It can't be. If that's your intention, you ain't going to recruit anybody. Period. It won't happen. You need to be focused on just giving value, inspiring people, and offering training. All right. Now going back to the team stuff. Where are we going? Where's Victor? Where are you? I know you're down here somewhere. Where is he? Where's he gone? There we go. There's the man himself. All right. This is the best kind of Facebook post when you talk about your team. All right, this is what people love to see. Okay. So like I said at the start of this hangout, you know.
Share your screen, Fraser.
Oh yeah. Whoops. Sorry, I'm going on a bit of a tangent there. I do apologise. Right. Where is he? Right. Can you see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we see
Yes.
it now.
Happy days. Right. Cool. So did this post. I think it's like what 5 to 6 days ago now, and it's basically touching on what I said at the start of this hangout. That Victor investing $10,000, you know, in this, you know, mastermind that we've got coming up next week. Now, people just love seeing you talk about your team. They absolutely love it. It is the best kind of Facebook post that you can do. You cannot beat it. The best thing is when you're posting about your team seeing results. So when my team cross, you know, milestones, or say they just generated the first sale, right, I'll post about it, because the majority of people, you know, when it comes to, you know, getting started in business, they'll never make any money. Hardly any of them do it. All right, so posting that you're helping your team making money, that makes people think. Right, I'll take this in. And guys, can someone want to mute yourself? I can hear echo. I still hear it. There we go. Right. Basically, you know, when you're posting about your team, I get like your team member getting a sale or whatever. All right, it makes the person think who looks at that post, right? Okay, if FMAX helped, you know, Victor get his first sale online, maybe he can help me. That is exactly what goes through the person's mind. All right, so whenever your team makes a first sale, whenever it costs, I would say, from when they do the first sale to when they do 1,000, then it's 5, and then 10, and 20, and 30. That's when you post about your team sales. All right, and trust me, that gets people to join you like crazy when you post about your team's success, because it makes people believe that if you're helping such and such, you know, get results, then, you know, you can help them as well. All right, now this, you know, you might be in the Owners Hangout, you might not have a team. You know, if you're part of a team, say you're in, you know, whatever company it may be, and you're in a big team, this doesn't mean that you need to be posting your direct, you know, team's results. This could be, say, someone else in the team that's getting results. You can post about them. It doesn't have to be your direct. People, you know, they want to be around people that are getting results, and, you know, a nice community. So it is a bonus to, you know, being some kind of community, some kind of team, kind of movement, and we're going to touch on that later. But yeah, posting about team sales is the best thing possible. All right. Next is training videos. Okay. So, you know, you might be scared doing videos or whatever, but, you know, that's an excuse to be scared. Just do them. Say you went for a training and, you know, your company or, you know, whatever it may be, and, you know, you've learned, you know, how to, I don't know, whatever it may be, you rank on Google, right? You take what you've learned, you take little segments of it, you do a training video, and you put it on Facebook. That's all you need to do, right? Because people want to learn how to do things. They want to learn how to get results. So if these people, if you're posting on your profile and these people are, you know, learning from you and all these kind of things, and, you know, you're giving all this value for free, that makes them think, wow, you know, Victor is giving all this value for free. You know, imagine what he's got when I join him in his team or his business. Right? That's what people think. Seriously, I'm not joking. That is what people think. All right. So training videos, posting about your team sales, and, you know, lifestyle, showing people to actually live. Right? Because no one wants to work with a recluse that's sitting in the bedroom doing bugger all. Right? No one wants to work with people like that. Right? People do want to see that you're actually living your life. Okay? Because it's attractive. All right? Because people are attracted to lifestyle more than money. All right. So, anybody want to add to that? I know I went off on one, but, you know, I get kind of good when I start going on a rant. Come on, somebody must want to add something.
You're killing it, bro. Just
thank you. Have we got any questions?
No, not at the moment. You actually answered one of the questions.
Yeah, Jace. Yeah.
Why continue to talk? You know it'd be good to talk about this is Corey. Corey, dude, you should add in on this, because I will say I want to give a quick testimonial to Corey Franklin. I've seen this man transform over the past year now, and it's awesome, dude. You're awesome. Keep doing your thing.
Corey, I love you, man.
Thank you. What am I chiming in on? What gets the best results on posting on your profile?
I think you should talk about doing training videos, because you do a lot of them.
Oh, I do a video daily. I love videos, you guys. That's my thing. I love doing videos. I get it from it. It's like a ritual to me now. It's like if I don't do my video daily, I feel like I'm gained 10 pounds and I just lazed around all day. I have to do a video daily. So training videos just comes down to results and what you guys get. If you're getting results, do a video on it right then and there. Don't procrastinate it. Don't wait to do the video. Shoot it right then and there when you remember the results that you got and remember exactly how you got them. So it comes, you can do the motivational videos too, but the best ones are ones that you're sharing results. You know, if you're blogging and you're getting traffic, it could be minimum traffic. It could be 5 searches a day. People want to know how you're getting them 5 searches, trust me. So when you get results, just share them. Do not share them, because that's what people are in this industry for, so they can gain results and learn from the leaders and the people above them. And when you're sharing the exact results you're getting, you're going to gain so much exposure, I guess, because you're providing raw value, truth, you know, heart. You're providing your heart, and that's what I do in my videos. I be me. I be real. I don't care if I stutter. I don't care that I mess up on, you know, my name. I messed up on my age the other video. I had to think about how old I was for a second. I was like 23. So, you know, and I don't care I mess up. It's being real, and people love that, in my opinion. So just be yourself.
You get a lot of people that they do videos and, you know, they'll shoot it and they'll rewatch it and it's like, oh, I messed up, I didn't say this word right, I'm going to go and shoot the video. Worst possible thing you can do. You need, like Corey's saying, just be real with people. If you mess up in a video, happy days, you mess up. I mess up all the time on my videos. I mess up when I'm talking now. Like, but this is me. I'm real. I'm being real with you right now. I'm not holding anything back, and neither are the people on this panel. We are the realest group of badasses on the internet. Right? Just had to say that. But I was actually want to say something, but what was it? Does anyone want to take away?
I'll touch on that as well. Like the same thing Corey was saying with doing training videos and stuff like that. Me, I've always been someone that's been afraid of doing video marketing. Like I used to do a lot of videos before in the past about completely different things. Like, you know, like just jokes and funny skits and like sometimes political stuff like that, but I never really thought of getting behind the camera and explaining to somebody just certain things, because when I first got involved in this business, specifically ILN, was the first time I ever really got behind the camera and like started sharing results with people and actually teaching people different kinds of things. And so when I first started out, I would try and make my videos look super glossy, and I'd be in front of, you know, Sony Vegas, like editing my videos to make them look like superb. And at the end of the day, nobody really cares about that stuff. You know, it's kind of like, you know, if someone gives you a candy, you know what I mean? It just says chocolate, and there's like a plain wrapper on it. You know, it's not what the wrapper really says. And, like, nobody's gonna eat it. It doesn't really matter. Like, it can look really flashy, and the candy can taste like crap, you know? So it's like the cover doesn't mean anything. It's the content that's inside that matters more so. So I've been posting a lot of videos recently, like, you know, things on like how to close sales, how to recruit people, and I recently did like a 20-minute video on how people can create capture pages, and it's perfectly free. Like, and sometimes people are saying, oh, it doesn't make sense to go out and give your best information without making any money for it, but it's like what's really been happening for me on the back end is when I started sharing this kind of value and sharing information like this with people, I got the reverse effect where people were adding me, people were sending me messages, people were coming to my Facebook page, people were liking my page. I made a Facebook like page about maybe six or so hours ago, and I've already got 20 likes to that page, and I haven't even promoted it yet. It's just from videos that I've done in the past where people see some of the things that I'm offering and some of the value that I have to give, and people follow that stuff. People see leadership qualities in people that do that. It's like, look, this person out here is genuinely out here trying to help me. It's not about whether I'm in Herbalife or Wake Up Now or any of these companies. The point is he's putting it out there, and he's willing to help me. When people see that kind of stuff, they want to work with people that actually care about it. They want to work with people that are really trying to help people get the results necessary to become successful. You want people that when they see you, that you are a leader, you are a champion, you know exactly what needs to be done to build a team. And when people see this stuff, it will come to you like a freaking magnet, I guarantee you. So if you have some kind of phobia about getting in front of the camera and just expressing yourself, don't be afraid. It's just a glass lens. Yeah, there's a million people on the other side of the internet, but the point is, it's like they can't see you, you can't see them. It's like when you get on stage and, you know, they tell you to pretend everybody else in the audience has their underwear on, find something to laugh about, have some fun. Because when you have fun and you go out there and you're actually genuinely having fun, you're not just sitting there, just let me just do this video real quick and I got to do it perfect and whatever. People can sense that. You're not genuine. You're not a leader. You don't know what you're talking about. If that was the case, it'll just flow right off of you. Have fun, man. You know what I mean? Like, you also got to understand is like when you're looking for very specific people, you're looking for an audience that's going to resonate best with you. So you want to make sure you're talking to people that are going to resonate best with you so that you can go out there and be yourself, and people are going to love it.
Right. I just want to say this right now. Is it just me, or does this man bring so much bloody passion and energy to this hangout? Unbelievable, man. That was crazy. You're getting me so pumped up listening to you right now.
I love you, Pepe.
Let's get out there and sell some stuff. Let's go sell some stuff.
Oh, man, you really are.
Can I say something again? Sorry to cut you off. I keep getting cut off. I wanted to say it's become like one huge mastermind where there's no more secret. That's what I really hated before coming here, is everyone had this huge secret and you had to pay for it. And you had to pay dearly with your time, and it's not like that anymore. We've created this movement, this environment where people just share everything freely, and I love it because the big dogs are doing it and the little cats are doing it. Everybody's just contributing to, you know, success. We want you to succeed too, you know. It's not just about us. We want everybody to be free, and I love that we've created that kind of environment. There's no more secrets. It's all out there.
I just wanted to say something real quick. That's quite funny. I went and I checked my Facebook, and I don't know if you guys can see my screen right now, but as we're doing this webinar, I've literally gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got 10 people that have sent me friend requests. I haven't responded to these people. I don't know who these people are. They probably found me through some of my videos on my Facebook wall, on my like page, or wherever, or maybe one of the videos of me just showing some training or some insight and stuff like that. And these people want to work with me because this is what I'm telling you. Like, I'm telling you, follow the results that we're giving you. Follow Fraser McDonald's strategy. Follow the techniques to getting people that are already interested in what you have to offer, because every time you go out there and you offer your best and you give people the best, they're going to want more. These are going to become your fans. It's just like when you're a musician and you drop really good music, people are going to follow you because of your sound, your personality, the things you offer. So when you come into this business, you need to be the best you that you could possibly be. There's absolutely no reason for you to be afraid or run away from your fate. Like, you have to become successful. You need to take action and do this. It's not difficult. Like, don't make this like it's some next level playing field where you have to be this rich guy or this guy with a silk shirt and a business suit and a tie to be successful in this. No, this is about you. You see, we've got Asia on the panel right now. She's a stay-at-home mom. You know, we got Fraser. He's 23 years old. He's a young guy traveling the world doing whatever the hell he wants. I'm a United States veteran. I knew military stuff, mechanical stuff. I know nothing about marketing on the internet. I just started doing this, and people love me for it, you know, by what I have to go out there and offer with people. Every single one of you has the potential to be successful in this industry. Every single one of you. And what we're showing you right now is going to take your business to a completely different level, because with these tactics, you're going to be able to find the people that are already looking for you. The way I look at it is, like, I don't look at them as prospects. I don't look at them as numbers or just potential customers. I look at these as people that are already looking for me, people that already want to work for me. I have tailored this market, and I found what my market wants. And my market is looking for me. So it is my duty to go out there and give them the best me that I could possibly give them. When you're out there on Facebook, when you're talking about great things, talking about how good your life is, don't go out there and post stupid videos of ignorant stuff and people getting into fights and a whole bunch of crap that nobody cares about. If you're a motivational person, you're a powerful person, you're a positive person, you post nothing but positive stuff, you post nothing but great stuff. You post the kinds of things that, you post the kind of content that you want your target audience to find from you. If you're out there posting a whole bunch of ignorant nonsense, guess what's going to happen? You're going to get nothing but a bunch of ignorant people that follow you. People that don't want to do business, people that want to laugh and just go through life just, you know, wasting time. You want to find people that take action. If you're watching this right now, you're someone that's willing to take action. Just by what we're sharing with you today, this is only a tip of the iceberg of what you're going to be able to learn when you work alongside the ASF and the leaders just like us. There are no secrets. There is nothing hidden. We put nothing on the back burner. We're out here to help you because we understand that when we help you and you become successful, we become successful as well. Zig Ziglar, he once said that, you know, in order for you to make it to the top, you have to help enough people reach it to the top first. And that's so true. You know what I mean? So it makes no sense for us to hold back what we know and prevent you from your success so that we sit on top like we're the gurus and we're at the top of the mountain. That makes no sense. If that's the case, our business stagnates, it falls apart, we get no duplication, people talk bad about you. This is an industry that it can't work. Nobody can make money in this industry. The reason why they say that is because we don't have enough leaders that are out here taking action and making a difference in other people's lives. People are more concerned with their own pocketbooks and their own paychecks and the amount of money that they can make in commissions from a whole bunch of sheep. We're not guiding sheep. We are not sheep herders. We're not farmers. We are in the business of building leaders, and we're in the business of getting people to realize that they are leaders, and they have the capability to do this. You can do this. It is not difficult. I can assure you that. You can do this, and if you feel that you can't, you must understand that there's so many leaders out here that are with us within inside the AO, that are with us within inside the ASF that are here to help you. We're here to help you hold yourself accountable to that destiny. You need this. You want this. You know what I mean? So don't fight. Don't fight it. Don't run from it. We're here for you as well.
Oh,
So that was a bit of a passion.
Yeah, me pumped up. I'm ready to get on it. Message you and ask you how I joined you. He's got me over here. I'm like, man, I'm sweating. I'm on fire over here. Like, whoa.
That's the thing, you guys. You need to be on fire for this stuff. You know what I mean? You need to be on fire for this, because never have I found such a company like ILN where there's so many people that are not just in it for themselves or just here to get it by themselves, because we all realize that we're a community, we're a family, we're a team. We have to work together, and the only way that every single one of us is going to make it is if we help one another. We can't be crabs in the bucket, pull each other back in and try and ruin everybody else's shine and ensure that only a certain amount of people are at the top. No. You look at the leaderboards inside of ILN, it changes every now and then because it's an open platform. Anybody can get there, and we're all helping one another to get there. The more leaders we have, the bigger we become, the stronger we become, the more lives we can impact. And we can absolutely change the world with this. You know, we can change the world not just with what we know, but what you yourself know as well, too. It's up to you and it's up to yourself to actually open up and express that with people. You may not have the leadership ability right now. You may not have the skills necessary to make money in this industry, but that's the reason why we are here. That's the reason why we created these strategies. That's the reason why we give you these strategies free of charge when you work alongside with us. We will sit here and we will work with you. You are not alone in this at all, guys. So that's my rant for now. Take it away, bro.
Seriously, man, like, you've just said everything I wanted to say, but in, like, so much better form. That was ridiculous. Like, seriously. I'm not being funny. I want to be serious with you right now. This was something I thought I was going to ask Asia. Will you marry me?
I'm already married. I got a wife and kids.
Oh, my God. Dude, seriously. Oh, Jesus. That was insane. Like, well done.
That was awesome, Prempeh. You pumped me up. Let me sign up again.
Because it's the truth. It's the truth. You know what I mean? It's the truth.
It's leading on to a good little topic there, talking about ASF, which you can see at the top of this Hangout page. ASF movement is a movement I created. All right, going on probably about the same time I met Corey, about a year and a half ago. And I created this because I was sick of seeing people struggle. Like, back then, you know, it still happens now. You get people who join opportunities and, you know, they get in at a certain level and they're sponsored. It doesn't help. They don't help, or they say something like, oh, you need to upgrade to this level before I'll help you out and all that BS. I didn't want anybody to experience that. I wanted people to come in and get helped regardless of what level they were at. And this is why my movement, the ASF movement, is the fastest growing team and opportunity. It has been for the past 14 months. For the past 14 months, the top leaderboard, like top 25, over 70% of the people on there have been from the ASF movement because of what we give to people, because we care about helping people succeed. I mean, I'm so pumped that I've like attracted like such bad attitudes, like all the people on this Hangout and all, you know, the other ASF members, which is closing nearly 1,600 people, I believe. You know, it's just insane. I mean, I'm really, really happy, and I'm thankful for all these people on the Hangout that have, you know, decided to, you know, join ASF and, you know, bring my vision, you know, into reality that I've got for ASF, which is to, like, just help as many people as possible see ridiculous success in their life and business. It does go in a bit more detail, but I'll touch on that later. So, ASF movement, okay? It is our team inside the Internet Lifestyle Network, okay? Now, it's where we share, you know, our real top-of-the-line strategies. I mean, I've got a more in-depth strategy. What you've seen tonight is just, you know, it'll work. It could easily make you $10,000, easily, without a doubt. All right, but, you know, if you want to accelerate that, and, you know, we're talking 20, 30, 40, 50K, the ASF movement is where you want to be. You know, not only do we have training from myself, but we also have training from Prempeh. We have trainings from, I'll just share my screen, my top recruiter, Jade Easton Ellett, how he did over 500,000 blogging, all right, in less than a year. The kid's only, what, 20 years old. He's actually living with Mark Hoverson right now. All right. So what we'll do is we'll run you through our team site and show you what you can get access to right now by clicking the link below and joining us. All right. So, come on. UK internet is terrible. I'll just pause this video. But yeah, I mean, this is seriously where you can accelerate your results. I mean, stop. This is me out in Thailand. So in here we have a really fast start guide of how to get started up in ILN, because that's the opportunity we've chosen to align ourselves with. But you don't need to, get in with ILN and promote ILN. You can just use the training that we have inside ASF and ILN, which we'll go into, to use it to build your current business. All right. Now a lot of people get started with us because of this course right here, all right, which is my Facebook domination course of exactly what I did to earn over $100,000 in less than 10 months. Well, it's more like 120,000. But like I say, it's basically what you've seen tonight, but in way, way more detail. All right, so it's a 14-part video series. It's really, really in-depth. It's direct and straight to the point. This is probably one of the best videos, all right, in the team site. So as you can see, there's a lot of content. I mean, guys, for those of you on the Hangout that have been through this, which probably is all of you, you want to put your thoughts across on what this training has done for you and how amazing it actually is. Asia, maybe?
I think I'll touch on that. When I first got started, like, scroll back up. There's a video that's on there that I thought was really cool. It was the one where you talked about saying how you shouldn't worry about what others think about you when it comes to Facebook marketing. And that's one thing that I really want to touch on, because this is something that I struggled with when I first got started, and why a lot of other people in network marketing, they get stuck on this thing as well too. A lot of people have some kind of persona, you know what I mean? Like, they have some kind of identity that they portray to the rest of the world. Their friends think that they're this kind of guy. Their mom thinks that they're this kind of guy. They think that they're this kind of person, and they're afraid to, express themselves in terms of their business and what they're doing in network marketing. They want to kind of keep that stuff like on the low, or not talk about it. They try and divide their business from their personal life. But one thing you got to understand is, like, your business is your personal life. If you're out there you're on your Facebook wall and you're constantly posting, hey, I made $40,000, and you're flashing like $3,000 to the camera, like, and you're just sending your link, sign up, people aren't going to sign up for that. People don't care about that. People don't care about your money. They don't care about your Benz. They don't care about this stuff. They care about what can you offer to the industry. What can you offer to that person? If you're going to be on Facebook and you're just going to spam a bunch of nonsense, then yes, you must be worried about what other people are going to think about you, because you're bringing no value to the table. If you're talking about what you did the other day and how good your life was, or what it is that you're doing to give people some kind of interest in your life, that's a completely different story. You're going to engage with your audience. People are going to start looking at the things that you have to offer, and you're going to go out there and start speaking with people as well too. Find out what other people are into, get into their walls, and write some content. Like share yourself with people. Don't be afraid of what other people are going to think about you. It doesn't matter what the jocks in high school thought of you. You're a network marketer now. You're a business guy. This is what you do. You have a lifestyle. Share it. You know what I mean? Don't go out there and just blast a bunch of crap. Most importantly is, like, if you're worried about what people have to say about this kind of stuff, that should be the least of your worries. That should be the last thing you should be worried about, because if you're more concerned with what your best friend in high school is thinking about you and your success, as opposed to what you know is possible after sitting through this webinar this far, you know the amount of potential you can bring to the table, and you know where to go and find the sales and find the money and find the people that are going to build your business for you. You know where to find all these things. Why should the thoughts of someone else that has nothing to do with your business, that has nothing to do with your future, that has nothing to do with your success, why should their thoughts determine your outcome? You need to go out there and you need to be the best you that you could possibly be. It doesn't matter what your current friends think. It doesn't matter what your family thinks. It doesn't matter what anybody who has some kind of conflicting idea of what you're trying to offer to the table. It doesn't matter what they're thinking, because at the end of the day, what's going to end up happening is you may lose some friends. You may lose some people that don't care about you, but at the end of the day, it's for your own good, because these are the people that weren't on board with your vision in the first place. And what's going to happen is you're going to find people that are already looking for you. People that already like what you have to offer, people that want to be on your side, people that want to lock arms and work with you. These are the people that are going to come and replace all of the dead weight that was holding you back. You know what I mean? And when they see you become successful, when they see you do what they felt was impossible, they'll come back. If they matter that much, they will come back. So don't worry about any of the things that people have to say about you, because at the end of the day, it's about you and what you can bring to people.
Well said, man. Well said. I'm telling you, your new or my theme song for you is Will Smith, Boom Shake the Room. It really is.
Yeah.
Man, you get the party started. You really do. Right. So that was amazing. What Prem we covered. As any time this man opens his mouth, he just drops insane wisdom. It's absolutely incredible. But back to ASF Team Site. As you can see, like we've got my Facebook domination course, but also you get access to a duplication strategy, which was actually put together by another one of my team members, which is kind of taking Facebook groups by storm right now. And it's crazy. You can get some pretty incredible results. You're talking, you sign up now by clicking the button below, and you can be seeing results within, about 30 minutes if you apply this strategy. We also have YouTube, and I know I'm known for recruiting on Facebook, but I know how to basically guarantee to rank videos on the first page of YouTube as well. All right, so we've got YouTube course here, and then we've got Prempeh's training on, this is more offline stuff. I mean, Prempeh, you want to touch on this a little bit? This is since it's your area.
Yeah, I'll touch on that a little bit. Did you select it already? I don't think your screen has changed at all.
Yeah, I'll think it now. 2 minutes.
Okay. So basically, in this training, this is another 30-minute call for people that are more so offline kinds of people, or people that like to do face-to-face sales or over the phone kind of sales. Regardless of what you do, it doesn't matter if you do any of these things, because what I talk about in this video can also be applied to Facebook marketing if you want as well too. And what you're going to learn in this call is you're going to learn some of the 5 basic reasons why it's impossible to close certain sales. If you don't know what your potential prospect has to offer for you, knowing who your target audience is one thing. Knowing what they like is another thing. Knowing what is the pain of your target audience is a completely different thing. If you can find out what the problem is that's going on in your target market's life, and find out the issues that are surrounding them, and you can find the best way to position yourself as either an authority figure in that specific field of understanding, or you have some kind of solution, or you have an offer that you can present to this person that will help cure that pain and give them a solution to their problem. If you can find out what is bothering people, and you can get there, and you can show them what they need, you're gonna open a completely different door in this person's mind, where they're gonna look at you as someone like, this is somebody that I could get behind, or this is somebody I could work with. What you've just done for me has helped me. This is the reason why on my Facebook wall I post all kinds of training material and positive things. So that's kind of like a subtle way of me doing that without ever having to even speak to people. Now when you're talking to somebody face to face over the internet, for example, and let's say there's somebody that isn't doing good in their business, you know what I mean? You're not going to find out whether this person's doing good in their business or not until you ask deeper questions. You find out what the problem is in their life. When you understand that problem, you need to get to the root of the problem. And once you get to the root of that problem, and you can find the cure for that problem, and you can position yourself as someone that can help end that problem, then a whole entire different conversation can begin, where you can begin to close a sale, get the person into your business, or give the desired outcome that you're trying to bring forth in the sale. And this can translate to any field of communication, whether digital, text, or over the phone, preferably over the phone. And in that call, I'm speaking with one of my clients who came to me, was having a difficult time closing sales in the business, and I figured, what I'm telling this guy right now is valuable information. This is information that he paid to hear, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of other people can hear from it as well too. So the lucky thing is, just by tuning into this webinar, and if you decide to lock arms with us today with ASF, you're going to get access to this training as well too. While people are out there paying for it, you get access to my knowledge just for being a part of us and working alongside with us. And this is going to be something that's going to help you in a very major way when it comes to getting to the root of the problem and closing a sale as quickly as possible. So that's something that you also get as a bonus.
For sure. I mean, guys, we have brought an insane amount of value tonight. I mean, we really, really have. So you can only just imagine, what we have inside the ASF back office. I mean, it's turning people in, like, they're coming from having no results to creating results like near enough right away with the strategies that we teach in that back office. Because, like Prempeh said earlier, we don't hold anything back. Because, without your team succeeding, you're not going to succeed yourself. So what is the point of holding things back? There's no point in that. There's no logic in it. Right, so we give everything. Like you say, we've got my training. We have Prempeh's as well. Getting more training added in there by our other leaders. We also have the training by Jaden Easton Elliott. Like you say, did over $500,000 in the span. I think it was like 11 months. Right, he was actually living with me in Thailand, and you got his blogging training. So maybe that's something you want to pursue. Maybe you want to learn how to blog. You get access to that too. Now, taking that aside, you also have the Internet Lifestyle Network training, which is the opportunity that you need to join us in to become part of ASF, because that is the only way into it. So what I want to do, all right, is pass it on to, I would say the man who studies Mark Hoverson, because this is the wisdom that you'll be getting access to, is this legendary 8-figure earner. I want to pass it on to my partner in crime, Sid Pandit, who can walk you through, what ILN actually gives you, and the knowledge of Mark Hoverson, which is just unbelievable. There's no words to really describe how amazing this man is. So Sid, take it away, son.
All right. Do you want me to go into the back office and do a quick rundown? Is that what you want me to do?
Yeah, man. And then just running through the join page as well.
Let me pull that up right now.
But guys, I really do hope you have enjoyed this hangout. I mean, it's been awesome. As you can see here, we have an absolute ball. You can only imagine what it's like when we meet up in person. It's unbelievable. We have such a good laugh. I mean, we're not, we're such good buddies in here. We're like lifelong friends. It's not something that you join and you're left. We create such a bond in here, such an amazing community, something amazing to be part of. It's changing people's lives. It's awesome. You can't beat it. Oh, I swear to God, see if my mum wasn't sleeping 10 feet away from me, I would be jumping like around this room like flipping crazy right now. I'm so excited. Oh, I love it. I really do. So,
Fraser's kind of short. Just throwing it out there.
What did you say?
You're pretty short, bro.
How dare you? Look at you. Well, come on. That's not fair. You can't attack me like that. You silly bearded. Silly bearded dancing man. I mean, come on, guys. Sid dances. I mean, come on. And he's not very good either.
One of the funniest things in the world is Fraser when he's riled up.
Yeah, well, that's something you'll get to experience at an event, guys, if you've not met me yet, when I get a bit crazy. It's fun.
All right, let me share my screen, and let's get this party rocking.
All right, man.
All right, so I'm sharing my screen.
I just want to say, Sid, you need a haircut.
I do need a haircut. Man, you're right. Yep. Totally.
Yeah, you do.
You see my screen?
Yep. Good.
All right, cool. So what you get for a very measly $37, for one, is all of the ASF training that Fraser just went over. We also get access to the Internet Lifestyle Network University apprentice level. Now, I'm not going to take you on the professional level today. You're going to want to tune in tomorrow at 9 o'clock, same spot, same page, for us to go through what we have in the professional level, which is just, it's stupid how much value that Vincent and Mark give in the professional level. So in the apprentice level, the first thing that I'm going to skip these two because these are very specific to ILN and promoting ILN, and you can take the training in here and be able to apply it to your own business. But the key thing here that I want to touch upon is the true wisdom that we have here for $37. Again, I'm going to keep talking about this price because it's far too low. For first off, you have the Viral 5 ILN Quick Start Guide, and the quick tagline is, you must follow this for your income to go viral. Now, Vincent Ortega Jr. goes into a 60-minute training into what not just what you need to do, but the mindset that you need to have and the way you should be looking at whatever it is you're promoting, how to make your income go viral. That's the first training. Secondly, we have Create Your Amazing Blog by Clifton Hatfield. What you also get with the Internet Lifestyle Network is you get the ability to create blogs. And when I'm done here, I'll hand it over to Fraser so he can show you a couple blogs. But you can literally create a blog in like 5 minutes, right? And you can use it for whatever you want. You can create unlimited blogs here at ILN, and you can create it to promote your own opportunity. You just talk about yourself. Create a blog about cats for all that matter, right? You can create it for about whatever and absolutely whatever it is you want. Third, we have Dreamscaping Your New Lifestyle. When you dream it, your customers will come, as the tagline. And this is a really key training, and this is where I suggest everybody actually start. Because we as people, human beings, we are goal-oriented creatures. We are theological creatures, right? We have to see and have some sort of goal in mind. Like right now, my goal is to truly explain to you what we have here in the Internet Lifestyle Network. Your goal right now is to extract as much value from this webinar as you possibly can. We always have a goal. You get thirsty, your goal is to get a glass of water, right? And it's understanding this concept and being able to apply it to the next level of goal setting so that you can truly see and feel and believe that you are going to achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve. Because if you can dream it, you can achieve it. But beyond that, if you can feel it, you can taste it, you can believe it, then it's definitely going to happen. And Mark goes real deep in that training. It's absolutely incredible. Number 4 is the famous 8-figure $1 million day. And last time I talked to Mark yesterday, and what he was telling me is that in the number of hours of procrastination that has been wiped out is well into the hundreds of thousands now. And this is absurd, guys. This is the best training, in my opinion, and I would say on a lot of people's opinions here on the panel. $1 million a day is absolutely what jump-started my business, and I bet I could say the same for basically everybody on this hangout. This single training, like I've been in other companies, and I've been through a lot of different training, but this is truly one that is applicable to your entire life. Like, this goes beyond business. This can absolutely transform how you live, how you operate, how other people perceive you, just because it changes your habits, it changes just the way you look at absolutely everything. And the biggest thing that I can say is that it gets people going into an action mode. Like, what if we could offer you a training that guarantees that if you follow it, you will take action? Right? I've never seen or heard of a training like that ever before in my entire life. And if I'm wrong, please show me so that we can see this. But this truly is a training that if you take action on this training, you will become an action-taking machine, and that is the #1 problem in our industry, is that people don't take action. I can guarantee viewers watching this webinar you are someone that knows that you have not taken action and you want to take action. It's not that you don't want to, you just haven't yet. What if you could have a training that can guarantee if you follow it, you take action? That's what you have right here, and it is so, so, so powerful. Number 5, we have, you must get to people's hearts first. People don't want your product, they want a lifestyle. And this is a training all about ad copy. Now we've talked heavily about Facebook marketing and what you want to do to use this concept of attraction marketing. This is a training that is key to learning how to craft your posts and your messages that you want to get out to people. Number 6 is the viral daily promo strategy. This is Vincent Ortega going into when he was at the point of making $50,000 per month, how he went viral and how he was able to attract customers daily. And number 7, how Fraser McDonald sponsored 140 people for free in 1 month, for free on Facebook. And you get all of this for $37. It is absolutely absurd. And let me take you through the process.
It's crazy.
Right now.
It's obnoxious. It's unbelievable. It's like so cheap for what you actually get. I mean, not like, obviously you got to bear in mind the bonuses you get in ASF, but it still blows me away, man. The price of this is crazy. I know everyone on the panel is going to agree as well. And for the people watching, you're probably nodding your head thinking, wow, like what you get for $37 is unreal.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so right now you should be at a page that looks like this. And what you want to do is and if you've gone to YouTube, come back to this page. Come back to the link that was given to you so that you go through the person that brought you to this page. Click the Get Started Now button. Okay, and it's going to take you to the order form to fill it out. And you're going to want to fill this out absolutely correctly. Turn this off. This is a video of Vincent going through it as well, and he'll be able to walk you through it. But you want to be able to fill out this form in its entirety very, very to the T. I want you to be serious about filling this out to the T, because if you mess something up, it will it will mess something up within the system, and you don't want to be filing support tickets and going through a bunch of baloney. It's not worth the time. It's not worth the effort. Just do it properly the first time, and you won't have any issues, and you'll get in and you'll get going. Make sure you put in your correct Facebook profile URL. One of the things that I love about ILN and what we do here at ASF and why we've aligned with ILN is that we want to make sure that we're not like, we don't want to get hacked, and we don't want robots attacking our servers and our systems. And this is what ILN has done by requiring people to put up a Facebook profile URL, so that no one can just send bots to overload the systems and do things like that, and no fake accounts are getting created, etc. And it's an integrity thing, a security thing, so make sure you put in your Facebook profile URL. When it comes to the billing address and the name on the card and everything, please fill this out correctly to the exact billing address so that there are no card issues. And make sure that you check the box down here below. And whoever brought you to this webinar, their name will be here. And there you go. And if you do not want to become an affiliate of ILN, click this little box here. And that's all.
Yeah, well said, man. I mean, seriously, for those of you that are out there, if you're still like on this Hangout now, right, you're going to be daft not to take action, right? Because like if you spend all this like what's been an hour and 45 minutes with us right now, you know this is the place you want to be. You want to be locking arms with ASF, because there's just what we have is just mind blowing. There's no words to describe this community. What we have, the training, the community support, everything. We have it all. Right, I'm not being funny right now. This community is changing the way business is done on the internet. There's too many people there scamming people, saying, "Oh, you need to buy this product to get this certain result. You need to speak to this person because I'm not your sponsor." That rubbish does not exist in this team. You might join me right now. If you can't, like, for some reason, you can't get a hold of me, you can reach out to Victor. You can reach out to Prem. You can reach out to Corey, Asia, Sid, Andrea. They will help you. There's none of this. Oh, he's your sponsor. You talk to him. That doesn't happen. I'm stressed, serious on that kind of stuff, because I really want this community to be something different, and it is something different. It's changing lives. If you want your life to change, lock arms at ASF, and your life will change pretty damn fast. All right, so I really hope you guys have enjoyed this Hangout. It's been amazing. I've absolutely flipping loved this. I mean, an hour and 45 minutes. It's 3:45 in the morning over here in the UK, and I'm energetic as hell. I really, really am. So yeah, lock arms with us. Get started. If you've got any questions, if you're still maybe not sure, you want something answered, reach out to whoever brought you to the Hangout, all right, and get in touch with them and just get started with us, because we can change your life if you take action. All right, so I think we're ready to rock and roll, guys. Any last words?
Yeah, I do have.
For coming, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for coming out. Leave comments below, any questions, and as we said, do not hesitate to get in contact with us if you have absolutely any questions. And yeah, this is full of energy. Great job, everybody.
Well done, guys. We'll see you. We're having a Hangout tomorrow, so if you fancy coming hang out again, you could be on the panel as well if you join up with us. So we'll see you later, guys. See you
tomorrow night.
Bye, guys. Say bye, happiness. Say
Good
bye.
night.
Happiness. Say goodbye.
All
There you
right.
go. Bye.